The king of the cowboys, Roy Rogers. Transcribed from out of the West and into your home, riding the range of mystery and adventure, blazing the trail of Western story and song, with Roy Rogers riders, that bungling wrangler Clackety, played by Horace Murphy, the Queen of the West, Dale Evans, and in person, the king of the cowboys himself, Roy Rogers.
Well, howdy, folks. This is Roy Rogers. Buckaroos, Clackety, and I are fixing to ride to Squaw Creek on a little business for the bank. We haven't been over that way for quite some time now because the trails have been snowbound. Some of the ranchers out there have been isolated for several weeks, and from rumors we've heard, they've been having other troubles, too.
Before you can get this stuff faded out to my place, Dick. They won't.
You sold your last bunch of cattle through Bruce Baker, didn't you?
Well, yes. What's that got to do with it? You mean Cliff Beauregard won't haul supplies for a man who sells cattle through somebody else? Well, Baker offered me more money.
No. Beauregard don't refuse, but here's what happens. I go to Beauregard and ask him to haul these things out to your place, and he turns me down. Says it ain't safe. Then you hire somebody else to take them, and by golly, Beauregard's right. They get attacked along the road. Your supplies get destroyed. Your driver gets shot up. Well, I don't know there's any connection, Nort. All I know is what happens.
Well, I need these supplies. And I ain't going to be scared by a four-flusher like Cliff Beauregard. Ain't nobody going to stop me from getting them home. Pull this wagon. Hey, up, yeah! Georgie, here they come. Horses for you, let's take it. Hey, won't last long. Hold on here. I didn't do nothing. Come on, get off that wagon.
That's it. Pour oil on the stuff, Criffield. Then touch a match to it.
Yeah.
I'll run the team out.
Dale, can you get a room here?
Why, North, whatever's happened to you?
I had a little trouble. Ain't nothing important.
Yeah, but you ought to be over at the doctor's.
Just a bullet went through my leg. And Dale, you know a gunslinger I could hire? I need one with me when I start home in the morning. A man who'll shoot first and ask questions later. A mean man. You happen to know anybody can fill that bill?
Well, I may, Nort, but you need some rest. If I can find the man I'm thinking of, I'll have him here to meet you in the morning. Here he is, Nort, both of them.
Boy, Rogers and Clackety. Well, Dale, I asked you for a gunslinger.
Don't you think we can handle a gun, Nort?
Why don't you give him a demonstration, Roy?
But the thing I wanted a gunslinger for was...
Sit down here, Nort.
We know about your trouble, Nort. When do you want these gunslingers?
I aim to hire me a wagon and team from the liver stable, then make another try to get home this morning.
You load your wagon, Nort. Clackety and I have one call to make. It won't take over a few minutes, and then we'll be ready to leave.
What else was on your mind, Rogers?
Oh, nothing much, Beauregard. Just wondering what price you were paying for cattle these days.
Well, now you know.
How's the freighting business, Cliffy?
Fine. Why?
Just a-wondering.
We promised to help Nort Spitzer do a little freighting ourselves this morning, Beauregard.
You did, eh?
Yeah. It'd be too bad if anything happened to us while we were helping Nort, though. We'll be carrying money the bank here is transferring over to Squaw Creek, in addition to the supplies Nort's taken out to his ranch.
Terrible mistake. Terrible.
Why'd you do it, Roy? Why'd you tell Beauregard you'd be carrying all that money on this trip?
If Beauregard's behind these raids, the money will be a little extra inducement.
Inducement? For what? To have his raiders come at you?
Exactly. Dale, as soon as you have time, I wish you'd ask the sheriff to fix up an ambush just outside the cabin near 3 Points. I kind of think we'll be visiting there before this job's done.
Spitzer is seated on a wagon load of supplies, driving across the snow-bound country toward his ranch. Roy and Clackety are on their horses, following closely. As yet, nothing has disturbed the calm of the winter's day.
Nothing happened yet. Monotonous, ain't it?
Just be patient, Clackety.
If them there buzzards is a coming after us, I wish they'd come. This here waiting is giving me the weak trembles.
There's still plenty of time. Don't relax for a single second. If you do, we may be whipped.
It's all over, I guess.
I'd have sworn they would have at least made a try for us.
Guess leaving the money at the bank is just a waste of time, huh? And now we'll have to make another trip for it. Terrible thing.
Hey, Roy, I got the horses tended to. Hey, while they're eating, why don't you and Clack...
North? Fine. About all we've accomplished this trip was to get your supplies here.
Well, that's something.
All this time wasted. I could have took a nap.
I'm sorry, Clackety.
Oh, that's all right. When I take naps, I don't sleep at night. That gives me the miseries.
Take him, Kerfield, quick!
Look out, Clackety!
The door closes. Men leap from the shadows of the room. A fist plunges toward Clackety. Connects. He goes down from the leg. 8 men, 10, brush the limping Norton Spitzer aside to gang up on Roy. He defends himself bravely, sending one outlaw after another sprawling to the floor. But the others, there are too many of them. They hit, they kick, they gouge. Roy can't stand up to this many. He's going down, beaten by the sheer weight of numbers. Roy is on the floor.
You got their guns, Crayfield?
Yeah.
All of them, including the sneak guns? I heard Rogers hold.
Yeah, we got them all, Bugger.
You heard wrong, Barker. When I carry guns, they're in my belt, where they can be seen.
Just stand there quiet, Rogers. When we want something from you, we'll say so. How about that load of supplies, Crayfield? We got to keep the head man happy.
Head and Jack went out to burn the supplies. Hey, you want any help tying their wrists?
No, it's all done. Now, Rogers, we'll give you a little attention.
Now, wait a minute, Bugger. I'll handle this. Now, look, Rogers. Nobody likes to kill a man. That's something we won't do unless we have to. If you're smart, you'll tell us where the money is and go free.
How do I know I will go free, though?
Well, we'll leave you in a safe place, all 3 of you, and send a message to the sheriff telling where you can be found. Now, where's the money?
I know you might try that old cabin out near 3 Points. I figured we might get into trouble on this trip, so I didn't try bringing it along.
Well, thanks, Rogers. See, Barger, that's how it's done.
Yeah.
We'll have the boys take Spitzer out to the place at Indian Run. You and me will go to that cabin at 3 Points.
Well, what about Rogers?
Him and his partner will go with us. You don't mind, do you, Rogers?
No. In fact, I'm anxious to go to 3 Points with you.
I'll go into the cabin first, Rogers. You and your partner.
Sure.
All right, you first, Rogers. We'll follow.
All right.
That money better be here. Now, close the door, will you, Barker? You men, Rogers, raise your hand. What? Who is that? This is the law. You've got the cabin surrounded.
The law. I'm afraid it's all over, gentlemen.
Oh, we're slick.
Come on out with your hands in the air. Hey, Rogers has tricked us, Barker.
I'll take care of him.
You can't do that to Roy.
Now, hold it, Barker. We got troubles enough. Don't start nothing more.
Come on in, Sheriff.
We've got a posse here, Roy.
Stay where you are, Sheriff. First man who moves towards this door tastes lead. We're moving in. You better have those hands up. Now, get back. Don't come any closer.
Keep Dale out of the way, Sheriff.
I'm all right, Roy.
Let's kill him. Let's kill Rogers right now.
We'll have to blast them out, men. Hold it, Wagger. Sheriff, I'm telling you something. First man who starts for this cabin, the first shot that's fired in this direction, Rogers and his partner die. You can't bluff the law. You try it and see. And here's something else. We're coming out of the cabin, walking to our horses, and riding away. You try to stop us, and we drop Rogers.
Sheriff, they mean it.
Come on, Sheriff. Come on. Don't let them call your hand.
You can't bargain with the law, Clifford. We're coming in.
We're waiting for you, Sheriff. The law can't back down now from these rattlers, no matter what they say they'll do.
Are being held by the two outlaws in a cabin at 3 Points. Outside, Dale and the sheriff have a posse surrounding the cabin, ready to move in on them. Until now, because of the outlaws' threat to kill Roy and Clackety. But Roy has urged him to disregard the threats, and the sheriff has made up his mind.
You can't bargain with the law, Clifford. We're coming in.
That's it, Sheriff. Come on.
There's something you lawmen out there don't know. Rogers and Clackety are helpless. Their hands are tied.
Rattler.
If I could get my hands loose.
We're not coming in there, Roy. Sheriff, we'll have to let them go.
Forget it, Sheriff. You're the law.
All right, Cliffy, you win. We won't try to come in. And we can't blast you out. But we will sit right here and hold you where you are until hunger or thirst or cold changes your mind, and you walk out with your hands in the air.
For the first few hours, the battle between the posse and the outlaws is deadlocked. The only action is an occasional shot fired by one of the outlaws who sees or thinks he sees a member of the sheriff's posse outside. The posse does not dare fire back for fear of wounding Roy or Clackety. When darkness comes to Paradise Valley, the situation remains the same.
How much longer are they going to stay out there?
Rogers, for your information, as soon as it's light enough outside so we can see, I'm going to press the sheriff a little more. We'll get out of here then, all right, or you won't live.
You talk big, Chrisfield. Before you put any lead through us, we'll give the sheriff all the evidence we have against both of you. And Cliff Beauregard, too.
Beauregard?
You're working for Beauregard. You have to be. Outside of the men at the bank, Beauregard's the only man who knew we were carrying the money. So you had to get your information from him.
We better check to see that posse ain't sneaking up on us. You take that end of the cabin, I'll take this one again.
Yeah, wouldn't be bad to pick off a few lawmen tonight.
Yeah, wait till it's light. We'll do all right then.
Clackety, be real still. Don't move. Roy, if either of them look over here, do something to attract their attention your way. Well, what do you got in your mind, Roy? Well, this is a long chance, Clackety. It may work, though, and if it does, we'll be free.
Roy slides closer to the wood box near the fireplace, his hands still tied behind his back. He manages to take a twig from the box. Now he moves around with his back to the fire until he is as close as the heat will permit. He draws out a glowing piece of wood with the twig. He slides it to within a few inches of where he is sitting. Now he places his wrist directly on the glowing wood. The ropes. Roy is trying to burn the ropes off his hands.
Roy, no. got to get loose, Clackety. But not that way. You'll burn yourself.
See anything, Barker? Nothing at all on this side. There's nobody out here either.
Say, Roy, let me do that. Save yourself for the fight.
Oh, I'll be all right.
Well, how can you be? Your wrist. I won't burn the wrist. Just a rope.
I wonder if they could have left without our seeing them. Might be.
If I ever get loose, I'll tear them there buzzards to ribbons for making you do a thing like this here, Roy.
I've got it, Clackety. The rope's burned through. I'll have my hands free as quick as I get these loops unwound.
There's nothing out there.
Hurry, Roy.
Well, let's go to work on Roger. This is what I've been waiting for.
Sit tight, Clackety. Don't move. I'll have to take him along.
Rogers, we want that money.
And this time we're not fooling.
You want the money? Hey,
Look out, Rogers and Blue!
Sheriff, come on! We're taking him!
Roy leaps toward Barger, driving hard sledgehammer blows which cover Barger from his jaw to his waist. Barger drops. He's down, finished. Roy turns to Criffield, hitting him hard in the midsection. Criffield is unhurt, but he is knocked off balance. Clackety's foot shoots out and trips Criffield. Criffield falls. He's down.
Great work, Clackety. All right.
Roy, I didn't expect to see you on your feet.
Come on, you two. Get up.
Somebody untie my hands.
These two, the men who've been bothering the freight wagons, Roy.
They're part of the crew, Sheriff. The rest of the gang is at Indian Run. And Cliff Beauregard's their boss.
Somebody untie my hands.
What did you say, Clackety?
Somebody untie my hands.
Feel like going after them, Roy?
Sheriff, you head these two towards jail. Dale and Clackety and I will get Beauregard, and the rest will be easy.
Beauregard's probably still in his bed asleep, boy.
Hey, let me go in and get him.
Come on, Clackety. Dale, you keep watch on the door in case he tries to rush us.
He won't get past me.
What's coming here, this? Rogers!
We've come for you, Beauregard.
We're going to bust up your business.
You can't break into a man's house.
Get to one side, Clackety. Oh, use a gun on us, huh?
Let me get that bullet.
Stay back, Clackety.
Roy, what is it? That shot?
This rattler pulled a gun. Climb back on your feet, Beauregard.
Yeah, I want to know what this is all about.
I'll tell you what it's all about. You've been blackjacking ranchers into selling cattle through your agency. When they sold through Bruce Baker or somebody else, you refused to freight their supply.
Well, there's no crime in that.
No, but there is crime in overturning and destroying wagons when ranchers try to freight their own supplies.
You can't prove anything.
We've already got proof. And you're coming out to Indian Run and have your riders surrender peaceably. You're doing it in order to make your jail sentence as small as possible. Come on, Beauregard. Call to him. Tell him to get out here.
Don't fool with him, Roy.
You fellows in there. The game is up. They've got us. Better come on out. Come peaceable. It's all over for us.
The beaten riders file out of Indian Run Cave, their hands in the air. Their day is over. Their savage faces frighten no one now. Within an hour, they are with their chief, Cliff Beauregard, and his two lieutenants, Harry Barger and Bob Criffield, in jail.
High,
summer, only to die.
Laughter of children, bells on a sleigh.
Why should they hurt me this winter's day? No, on the mountain there till the spring. Please melt my poor heart so it can sing.
On the mountain, birds winging high.
Oh, like my heart is, love on the fly.
Trees there in winter, reach for the sky.
Blooming in summer, only to die. Laughter of children, bells on a sleigh. Why should they hurt me this winter's day? No, on the mountain, there till the spring. Please melt my poor heart so it can sing.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, let's have a talk with the Lord.
What this country needs more than anything else
Yes,
is old-fashioned talk with the Lord.
Hallelujah.
If we'd only try it, how happy we'd be.
Yes,
we'd never have time to be bored.
Hallelujah.
Hear me talking, brother. Don't spend all your time planning for the things you can afford. Yes, what this country needs more than anything else
Is a good old-fashioned talk with the Lord.
What this country needs more than anything else is a good old-fashioned talk with the Lord.
We hear you talking, sister.
If the politicians would ask him for help, then peace would be quickly restored. There's no use of fighting with your fellow man who can live in perfect accord. Yes, what this country needs more than anything else is a good old-fashioned talk with the Lord.
What this country needs more than anything else is a good old-fashioned talk with the Lord. If we're always ready to help someone else, someday we'll receive our reward. After you have tried it, it's easy to see. Prayer can do much more than the sword. Yes, what this country needs more than anything else
Is a good old-fashioned talk with the Lord.
That's all for now, folks. This is Roy Rogers saying to all of you from all of us, goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you. See you next week.
Don't forget how to make out of the sunshine and the brown from a rainy day.
Well, buckaroos, join us again next week at the same time and over these same stations when the Armed Forces Radio Service presents another Western yarn with Horace Murphy as Clackety, Dale Evans, the Roy Rogers Riders, and in person, that great motion picture star, the king of the cowboys himself, Roy Rogers. The Roy Rogers Show is directed by Tom Hargis with script by Ray Wilson and music by Frank Wirtz. This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.